What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis ending the Friday night with Minnesota versus Memphis. The Grizzlies take this game. We're gonna start off with them as a team. They start off this game 8-4. They will end the game 9-4. They 5-1 at home, which they did play tonight. Minnesota, they're 5-8 after tonight's game. They go 1-3 away from Minnesota. Just a bad game for Minnesota offensively and defensively. Honestly, a second quarter which the Memphis Grizzlies scored 39 points. A first quarter where the Grizzlies scored 33 points. They slowed down in the second half, scoring 24 and 18 points, but by then the game was already over. We look at the Grizzlies. Aldama, 12 points plus 10, three personal fouls, one turnover, one block, two steals, seven rebounds. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 5 of 7 from the field. This is a solid game from him. Defended well, shot the ball well, rebounded well. Got two blocks and a steal, interceptions, and just timing his blocks and good roaming, scattered defense, knowing where to grow. Offensively and defensively is a good area for this team. I think Zaire Williams isn't better than Aldama. I think he should start over Zaire Williams here on out just because he has better spacing. And you look at the fact that Jaren Jackson has to come back eventually, and having another backup to both is good. But having a guy that can be a 3 and D guy is more important, especially when you put somebody out there with Bane. You need that extra shooter for Ja to have spacing because you do have Steven Adams in that paint. It makes more sense to keep him starting and slide Jaren Jackson to the 4 and then slide Aldama to the small 4 and bring Dylan Brooks back off the bench as that 6 man because you still have Brandon Clark on the bench. You look at Dylan Brooks in 33 minutes, he shot 9 of 17 from the field. He was 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 21 points. He was a +1 and plus minus, one turnover, one personal foul. This is a solid game from him. He really was aggressive, looking for a shot, hit the mid ranges, hit the fadeaway shots, hit the 3-point shot, which he only made 1 out of 6. But he just had a good floater game, good mid-range jumper game, and also had a good probing game. Just a solid overall game for Dylan Brooks. Really brought that energy and that spark and really gave them some offensive firepower that they've been lacking. Steven Adams didn't really score at all this game. 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He only had 9 rebounds, which was decent for him. He had 16 rebounds over the last 3 games before this game. That's why it was a little bit of a disappointment, but he still worked hard and did the best that he could. He also had 4 personal fouls, but he was still a +6. 3 assists, one steal, one block, one turnover, 3 points per game. Ja Morant had 28 points, led everybody in scoring on this team. Also had 10 rebounds, which was great. 8 assists, which was great. Good playmaking is starting to pick up for him, but he still did have the 4 turnovers because he likes to attack and try to decide when to pass at the same time. It kind of makes him fumble because he dribbles a lot too to get to those lanes, and then he has to make a quick decision, and sometimes he do get caught in the air, which is something that he has to improve on. He also had 2 steals and 4 personal fouls. He was a -2, but he also shot 11 for 25 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. The 3-point shot, he shot an abundance of them. Out of 25 shots, 10 of them was threes, and he just couldn't make them. They gave him the room, they gave him the space. It just wasn't his night from the 3-point line. But you like the courage and the ability for him not to be not depressed that he can't make them, that they letting him take them. He take it with pride. If you're gonna give me that shot, I'm gonna take it. Just don't fall in love with it. Don't make it seem like you need the shot. Don't make it seem like you have to live by the shot. And I like the fact that he didn't do that. But you just want to see him take about 5 to 6 or 7 at the most. You don't want to see him in the double digits at 3-point range because you rather see him forcing the action in the paint, attacking the basket, and looking to get guys easy opportunities, whether it's lobs, dump offs, or even kickouts to Aldama, Brooks, or even Desmond Bane, or even guys like Brandon Clark for floaters, or even guys like Jaren Jackson when he comes back for threes, or even Zaire Williams for the same thing. You just don't want him to get in the back of his mind that they're always going to give me the shot, I got to take it. You don't want to always have that You want to be the aggressor. You want to be a guy that forces the defense to adjust to you, not the defense letting you take the shot they want you to take and just living off of it. They didn't die by the three tonight because other guys stepped up outside of John Morant, like Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks. Desmond Bain also had 24 points. He was a plus 12, four turnovers for him, still getting used to handling the ball and making other decisions since Zaire Williams is not out there. He also had 5 assists and one steal, 8 of 8 for the free throw line, 2 of 7 from three, 7 of 16 from the field. Had a solid game for Desmond Bain. You just like to see that he's still adding more to his game while still being aggressive, being more of a scorer than a 3 and D guy, which is important to his growth and development. It's going to be some head scratching plays. It's going to be some bonehead plays, but you just like the fact that he's adjusting and adapting. Once they're fully healthy, we can see how really fluid and good this offense can be within a year or two as they continue to grow and iron out the growing pains and the needles and the thumbs that you have to do when you're young and trying to develop and grow as to be the best team that you can be. Also, when you look at Brandon Clark, was the difference in this game. 15 points off that bench, 6 assists from the field, one from a rebound, 3 assists, one steal, one block, three personal fouls, +7 and plus minus, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Jake LaRavia, 0 of 4 from the field. All of them was threes. Couldn't make one tonight. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, one steal, one turnover, one personal foul, +1. Jones, Tyus Jones, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from three. He also had 1 rebound, 3 assists, one turnover. He was a plus 14 and 6 points. Connor, 0 points. He had 7 rebounds, which was decent. Also had 1 assist. 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. And Roddy, 5 points, 1 3, 2 of 2 from the field. He also had 2 rebounds total and 1 assist total. He was a plus 5. They shot 50% from the field, 21% from three, and 70% from the free throw line as a team. Xavier Tillman did not play. Chandler didn't play, and Williams Jr. didn't play either. It was a coach's decision. Jalen McDaniels didn't play that well to me tonight for the Wolves defensively. 15 points offensively. He was great. 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 6 personal fouls. He fouled out just a little bit too over aggressive, a little too handsy tonight. He could have been a bigger impact for them if he wasn't just looking to be over aggressive. You don't really have to bait and fall into traps. Same with Towns, just got too aggressive defensively, looking to make every play, even if it wasn't one there to make, or just forcing the issue, or just being lazy and slow footed and just getting caught sleeping sometimes. 10 rebounds for Towns, 4 assists, 13 points, one turnover, 6 personal fouls, -5 and plus minus. He also was 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from three, 4 of 9 from the field. Gobert also had 4 personal fouls. He was a -9. 15 points for him, 4 turnovers, one steal, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. Also was 5 of 5 on the free throw line, 0 of 3 from three because he didn't attempt any, and 5 of 5 from the field. Solid game for Gobert. Just want to see him get more rebounds, even though they had him outside of the paint. You just want to see him gain rebound with Towns a little bit more. Um, D'Angelo Russell had another bad game. 4 points, 3 personal fouls, a -8, 3 turnovers, 8 assists. You like to see that. One steal, but the problem with him was 0 of 4 from the 3 point line, no free throws again, and 2 of 8 from the field. Just seems like he's just not interested, not happy or excited or energized to play for this team, and it's just a bad look the last 4 games, just seeing D'Angelo Russell not interested. He was so excited to get out of Golden State, so excited to play in Brooklyn, so excited to play with Towns, and now he's just so low spirited and just so malcontented the last couple games. You gotta be up. You gotta play better to increase your trade value. You gotta be up because your contract is almost out, and you don't want people to look at this as a reputation thing. You don't want people to look at this as a person that's going to a worse part of his career at this point. And these last 3 years in Minnesota just have been bad and terrible for him and just not a good look. And you want to see him at least go out with a splash, and it just not happening this season either. Anthony Edwards had the best game out of everybody: 10 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from three, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Defended pretty decently. One turnover, one personal foul, +2, and plus minus 28 points, which was game high for the Wolves. It was aggressive, looking for a shot. Didn't rely too much on the 3-point shot. Got a lot of layups, got a lot of cuts, got a lot of dunks attempts, which turned into layups because he had contorted his body. But I just like overall what I seen out of him. This is a different approach. Usually he likes to jack up a bunch of threes. To me, he mixed it up and had the ball in his hand a little bit less than you would like. But he made the right decisions when he had it, and it wasn't over ball hoggy. And was more of a combo guard tonight with the 6 assists, but didn't turn the ball over that much. But you just want to see D'Angelo Russell play better, move more without the ball, and just set more screens and just be more active and more willing to do more in the offense than just sit around soaking, just getting mad because he don't have the ball in his hand. He just has to do more and defend a little bit more so he can be more of an asset or just more of a team necessity, so they can want to keep him. If anything, he just look like a guy that's going to be out the league in 5 years if he keep up this attitude and this approach to the way he approaching the game of basketball at this point in his career, when a lot of people are not really looking at him as a needed necessity to their team either. You look at Prince; he had 5 points. He was a -8. He was four. He had 4 personal fouls, one block. No free throws, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 5 from the field. Kyle Anderson, 25 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from three. He had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers. He was a -5 and 11 points. I thought he was pretty good for them in this game. Really changed the tempo, gave them 3-point shooting, gave them another ball handler, gave them another decision maker, and really made shots and made plays for them. McLaughlin has been subpar to me. Haven't really done much. Goose egg around the board outside the assist, 2 assists. Didn't make a shot. Didn't really look to make plays or make shots. Didn't really look to score the basketball really at all. The only attempt that he had was a way off miss like he usually does. Seems like he's shy to score, doesn't want to score, thinks about setting up guys more than he actually looks for his own shot. You got to be willing to do something outside of just hold the ball and just be a floor manager. You got to have some type of playmaking or some type of scoring advantage out there. Brent Forbes, you want to see more of him. He should be at the 22 to 25 minutes to me, just because he can shoot very well, and I also believe that he is a solid defender. He also had 3 assists, 3 steals, and was a -5 and plus minus, one personal foul. He also had 10 points and Noel, 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3-point line, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, -16 and 2 points. They shot 46% from the field as a team, 33% from the 3-point line, and 86% from the free throw line. And this just was a bad overall game again by the Wolves. But it takes time to get everything right. It takes time for them to gel, for them to get on the same page, for them to find a better point guard than D'Angelo Russell that's going to defend and run that offense and give them consistent scoring from the mid-range and from the three and some floater and some layup damage. He can do all those things. He's just not motivated, just not hungry enough, just don't have the fire in his belly to get it done. So they're going to need somebody else to go out there and do it. Once they get a guard that can really do all those things, hopefully this season, then they should be back up to the upper echelon once they figure out how they're going to defend with Anthony Edwards and Towns and Gobert out there. And once their offense get fixed a little bit more, they'll be one of the best teams in the league like they was last year. Gobert was a huge improvement. We just haven't seen the results yet. They got off to a good 2-week start. The last 2 weeks have just been terrible for them on both ends of the court. And it just comes with learning and growing and just ironing it out, not making quick decisions, not making brash decisions, not making dumb decisions by blowing it up or saying they need a huge change. They just need a point guard, and they just need time together, and that's about it. Other than that, happy Veteran Day. Thanks for all the veterans out there. Thanks for the love and support from all the subscribers and all the veterans that support this channel and support this country and support us around the world and have did it for us even if they have retired from it. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball, I'm signing out. See y'all on Saturday.